Now, I usually don't have it, so why change?
We're all set? All right, we'll call the Pownal Select Board meeting to order on Thursday, December 4th, 2014, 7 p.m. The agenda approve the minutes, warrants, mail, road foreman's monthly board meeting, old business, American Legion RFP. We're going to talk about the medical center permitting, and a town website proposal, and the budget under new business.
Make a move to accept the agenda.
Second.
Anything else to be added? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approval of the minutes.
We didn't add the
What else do you want to add?
talk on that medical facility, did we?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I know you got a cold and your ears might be plugged,
I was
but we did.
sleeping.
All right,
Okay.
minutes. Approval of the minutes of last week.
So moved.
Second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Okay, let me have these warrants. Payroll ending 11/28/2014 in the amount of $6,488.30. Accounts payable ending 12/05/2014 in the amount of $11,978.76. Accounts payable ending 11/28/14 in the amount of $37,712.48. We had health insurance, salt, actually a couple of that, and electricity bills for 5,000, and parts for a couple thousand, and payroll transfer for another 2,000 made up the lion's share of it. Payroll report ending 12/05/14 in the amount of $7,758.07. Much pleasure, guys.
Make a motion, we move to accept.
Second it.
Any discussion on any of them? All those in favor say aye.
All right.
I abstain, one of them's got my pay in it. Know which one, but one of them. Okay, mail. We want to announce that the transfer station will be closed Wednesday, the 24th of December, and Friday, the 26th of December, day before Christmas, day after. It will be open on Saturday, the 27th of December, though. Okay. We have a letter from the person where the bus turns around on 346. That is basically letting us know she's thanking the road crew for doing what they're doing, and glad that she can be of it. And as long as it's maintained, the buses can turn around there.
I think she also was talking about Mount Anthony School.
Yeah, any of the buses.
Yeah. Well, maybe they ought to chip in.
The school bus company, you mean?
Yeah.
Or the school?
School.
For the maintenance?
That's due for.
Yeah. Casey, how much did you spend to get that driveway up? Figure.
It was two guys, dump truck, backhoe, 4 or 5 hours labor each, and four loads of material, which probably 36 yards of material.
Rough estimate?
$700-800.
I would say hundreds or thousands. Hundreds?
700 or 800.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute, just to have a little rebuttal here.
Go ahead. Have your rebuttal.
Aren't they driving on our roads to pick up our kids?
Yes.
Them are our highways.
I understand that,
We all
but they're
pay for that.
also picking up children in Pownal that go to the school, so,
And we're
I
paying
don't
the
s-
school tax,
yeah,
We're paying the school tax too.
which
They
pays
ought
for
to
the
give some
buses.
back.
I understand that, but it's our students in Pownal. So, I don't understand why we
Well-
would ask
well,
Bennington
ours-
for
ours-
money.
Hey, good fellow.
You
Go ahead.
Not good fellow, it's just,
Go ahead.
it is what it is. It's our pupils. It's not, we're not picking up Bennington's kids here in Pownal.
It's the cost of them doing business.
All right. Anyone else have any comments on this? Are you okay with the way it's being handled at the moment? You are? You okay with it, Henry, or should we be looking to charge someone?
I think you wanna be careful who you charge. Okay? I think, I'm kinda a little shaky on making that move. Okay? I'm
Okay, so
afraid
it
that-
sounds like you're,
I'm afraid that might come back and bite us, okay? I think I would just,
you don't, you think the rates might go up a little bit?
well, I don't know about the rates, but I think that, I think we'll get our money back in other ways,
Okay,
okay?
I said my piece.
okay. Okay, the majority of the board says leave it the way it is. Thank you. Okay, we have a letter from a concerned citizen, to do with fireworks being let off next to her house. She thanked us for what we've done in the past and just wanted to let us know that this was going on and she has a concern. We get a copy of that to our constable? Board in agreement with that?
Yes.
Zoning administrator monthly log. Basically, it was a total of 6 applications. 2 was, one was for the TAM building that he's putting on down there, and the other was for an addition to a barn. There was 3 verifications, and the other one was the medical facility, what we'll talk about later. Okay, we have a letter from Walt Klinger, our BCRC member, who is talking about the fact that the Bennington draft of the BCR planning is moving forward, the new regional plan. But he also wanted to make us aware of the river zone and designations that they use in the plans. So I'll try and look at their BCRC plan and see what that means in effect to us because of the amount of river frontage we have. And I'll see what that says. I know that the planning board is also talking about the river and the shoreline and the rest. There's been some state rules and regulations that have changed that we have to abide by, so I'll see what it says. Delinquent sewer tax administration, okay, the amount for sewer with penalties is $29,921.41 at this time. That was 12/1. The delinquent tax, property tax on 12/1, total was $465,216.98, and that's with penalties and interest. And I think the lion's share, that'll be this. Yeah, 2014, which is the ones that just went out, the lion's share is $317,771 of that. This, what
Current.
people haven't paid in for this year yet. Okay. We have, from the Board of Listers, following error and omissions to the 2014 grand list. There's a couple properties they listed and showed. What's your pleasure? We're supposed to sign off on these error and omissions.
So moved.
Move to sign, get a second. And I'll jump at once. Wake up, Barney.
I think.
Yeah, okay, Henry seconded it. Any further discussion?
Now we can talk about it.
Any discussion on them?
I really didn't get a chance to look at those over. How many properties are involved?
2, one was a change in the current use exemption. The other one was a new to the town mobile home added as a unique parcel to the grand list doing grievance.
Okay.
Anything else? Any other discussion? All those in favor of signing it, say aye.
Aye.
I'll pass it down through. Okay. The other piece I have is we got a letter from people up off of Montgomery Road, and we talked about it at the other meeting, to do with the turnaround, and they wanted to receive some sort of notice from us on whether or not we would continue that if some development occurred up there. And basically, I'll read what the letter says that we're gonna send them. Town of Pownell's right-of-way is the same as it has always been historically to the top of the hill where the existing turnaround is 250 feet past the driveway for parcel number 042-14, otherwise known as 848 Montgomery Road. If any further development should occur, the property owner is responsible for upgrading the roadway per town specifications between the driveway and the above referenced turnaround. Once the roadway is approved by the road foreman, the town will maintain it to the turnaround at the top of the hill. Okay? Everybody understand that? Can we get a motion to sign, to send?
So I moved.
Get a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I voted on that one, Ronnie.
Beautiful. Proud of you.
Okay. Road foreman.
Yes, I have a distance measuring device in the white truck, and as soon as spring hits, before we sign the certificate of mileage, I'll add that extra, whatever it is, to
Montgomery.
Montgomery Road.
Okay.
I think it's in the vicinity somewhere around 600 feet. And
And that's due to the fact that the road had changed from where it was originally.
road had
And it-
changed to go around the drive that goes in front of
A person's
cars
property.
registers. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Been doing some pretty major repairs in the last couple of weeks. Springs in one truck, the white truck, the pickup's got little ball joints in it, and axle U-joints in the front end.
I noticed that storm hit at night,
Been using a lot of salt.
so I assume you guys had a pretty long day that day.
Yeah, it wasn't really that bad. I mean, the old truck I got, just 5 miles an hour everywhere you go. So by the time you get back to where you started, there's quite a little bit of snow on the ground still. So it just takes a little longer.
Yep.
Hopefully the new one will be around in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping.
One thing that I just thought of is it possible that when things are caught up and we do have a snowstorm, that the walkway into the town office and here can be cleared, shoveled, whatever, by one of your men,
If it isn't already.
if it isn't already?
Yeah, because I think there is a,
Yeah, we have somebody that does it.
Has somebody already lined
We
up
had a
to
kid
do
doing it before.
Well, I didn't hear anything.
we
on
fire
that.
him?
He's already contracted?
Yep.
Okay.
what will probably need to happen, in
Doesn't-
addition to that is we'll have to purchase a roof rake, because this little short section of stuff, after he clears it off, if that snow doesn't come off, at some point that comes off.
Mhm.
So it will not always stay clear unless that roof is cleared off.
Yeah. Yeah, I cleared out the front Sunday, but I didn't even think of that side.
Right.
Did they put the things to break up the snow when it comes? They haven't done that yet either, so anybody walking up there, if it comes off, is gonna get hit.
We should do something about purchasing
Snow rake and a shovel.
Yeah.
That's something you can take care of in town.
well, I probably can,
Pick it up
I
first.
don't know where we'd actually get some of that stuff, Greenberg's not,
Home Depot, Tractor Supply.
Yeah, that's about all that's left.
Probably could start and look. But, the young gentleman that's been doing it is a pretty good bugger little lad, so I'm sure he's very capable of doing it. It's hard to, for us to consciously make an effort at doing it, because it should happen in a certain time of day, and 9 times out of 10 we ain't available at that time, so.
I was gonna say you're out plowing. Somebody should be shoveling.
We used about 50 plus ton of salt so far. And, 3 different outings, I guess.
And the new truck?
That's couple weeks probably,
Okay,
hoping.
open.
Yeah, I was down there last week, and a lot of it was all put together, but they're waiting on a few parts.
Okay.
With all the truck was ordered with the PTO box being on the passenger side of the transmission, but with all the emissions that they have on them now, with the DPF filters and that stuff, they have to put it on the other side of the transmission. So
Okay.
they're waiting on that one part.
I saw that you got a bunch of salt. What's the story with your sand? How, we're pretty well,
They've used probably 60, 70 yards.
already?
So, yeah,
I was wondering because of the way the roads, the ice and stuff.
yeah. Well,
Early season start,
yeah, you know, if it's slippery, you have to use it. So
Oh.
we try not to put it on and plow it back off, but we do it at certain times of day so that people can get back and forth to go to work or come back from work or whatever.
Rich, you had something else?
No. I'm good.
I got a couple things. The drafting location, fire department down North Pownal. Can we see that that gets taken care of after the storm's over, if roads are done?
Yeah, did you contact Police
I
Water?
haven't yet,
He's right there, and it's
but I may need a shot of
Right.
sand or just, you know, I can.
sand. Yeah, because you can't put salt on that down through
Right.
there.
And when you have time, things quiet down, there's a couple big potholes in Burrington Road.
Virgin Road.
I just drove over there.
Did you see him?
Just drove over that? No, I went up to see Karen and came up, but I was
Just,
riding along. I wasn't looking for that. My mind was somewhere else when I went up there.
just
But I didn't
to,
remember hitting anything big.
We had a discussion on this walkway too, patching it.
He's
Done,
taking-
thank you
he's-
very much.
He's taking
Done.
care of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you know, we had to put something over the top of it, and I didn't want everything getting all tracked in here, so I went over to the transfer station and I found a rug, and I just cut a couple of chunks of rug just laid it down there so we didn't be tracking the stuff in there. So, as you can see, there's one footstep right underneath your.
Probably Ronnie's.
No, I wasn't gonna lay it on Ronnie.
Ronnie's got big shoulders. He'll take that.
So that makes it easier to get in and out of here, and
Okay.
It's good.
so on and so forth.
And they were getting some rails and stuff for the bathroom, I understand, too, at some point.
Yeah.
So I think we're moving forward with that.
Yep.
Okay, anything else for the road foreman?
Nope. Keep up the good
Anything else
work.
for us? We're gonna be working on budgets here pretty quick, so
Yeah, I
give
do
some
have
thought
a-
to that.
I have a lot of information set. I just got to get an expenditure report and a blank sheet, which that's something I can get one day. It's not that hard, difficult.
Okay,
I'm all-
So when are we looking at setting down to do the
I've got it on my list to
January.
talk about.
January?
Yeah, yeah.
Get a chance, take a look at a broom for the tractor.
For the-
A 3-point hitch broom or a broom for the front, just get some,
I found one for the backhoe, but that's like $6,000. One was used one.
like a 3-point hitch for the
Buy
tractor
'em,
for,
you-
for springtime, we clean our intersections.
They have in case you put it on the 3-point hitch on the little tractor.
Oh yeah.
Blow it right off.
Yeah.
And they work great.
I'll tell you what I got a line on is some of the surplus equipment. There's a gentleman that actually is really interested in researching and finding this stuff, and I told him I'm looking for a cabbed tractor. I don't care if it's 20 years old. Usually they're just like new when you get them, because the government doesn't use them up. And he's going to do some research and try to locate one. So the hardest, but the most cost to getting a piece like that is to go
Where
to
it's-
get it.
It's where it's located, makes the
Right.
difference.
Right.
Yeah.
Our tractor is cab though, right now, isn't it?
Our
little
mowing
one.
tractor, yes.
Right.
One is.
The small one is. The
Okay.
problem with it all, in summertime when it's so dusty out, Jesus, it just about
Right.
kills you.
Well, I was thinking to put it on the cab tractor.
Yeah.
At the same time you're mowing is when we need to do
Well,
something.
if I find another cab tractor for the initial cost is $500 to $1,000, I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump on it.
Let us know. Yep. Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks,
Can't
Casey.
remember what you wanted to ask me, huh?
No,
He'll get a hold of
Isn't
you.
that important?
no, it probably wasn't.
Okay, I'm gonna move off of the American Legion RFP, and we'll come back to that. Let's talk about the medical center permit. We have people here. Come on up. Yeah, sure, come on up.
Thank you, gentlemen, for putting on being to talk to you tonight. What I'm just talking, the DRB board has the paperwork for the permitting is going forward, and apparently there's a 15-day wait, which is fine under the bylaws and everything. That would put us towards, as of today or tomorrow, would put us in the 20th of this month. But now we can't meet till January 7th. This facility that they're putting in down there is a pretty good asset to the town and the people of the town. I'm wondering if you could speak to the DRB board, if we could have a meeting after the 15 days of waiting, or rather than waiting into January of next year, and if something's wrong with the paper, it goes into another month. I think this is a very time-sensitive thing for the town to have this hospital facility in here. It's a great asset for everybody in the town, and it's a project that's going to be a great asset to the town. But I feel that there's an urgency here to get this in and done with the hospital in North Adams being closed. It's a great facility to have here, and I just wondered if the town could maybe meet with the DRB or talk to the DRB board, and if we could
Streamline it.
streamline it faster than waiting till January 7th, and then, as we all know, something else pops up, and then we're behind into another month. I think in a facility like this, we're not asking to open up a store or a restaurant or just this is something for the town. This is a huge deal for the town to bring into it, and I think it's a great asset for us, and it's at the gateway of the town also.
I would recommend the board to ask Linda to talk to Julie to see what she can do, because she does that scheduling with the board. That being that it's a judiciary quasi-type board, we're very limited in what, we have authority over that board, but I think the board can show its interest in the fact that we'd like to see it move forward too, and let Julie know that.
And, you know, and I understand, I'm not trying to say to change any laws or change a law, just, if you, like you say, streamline it ahead, so this can happen quicker for everybody in the town.
Yeah.
It's a great deal.
It's in the DRB box and been signed off. I put it there today. But it takes 15 days from the time they get that. So
Notify the abutters and everything, and
yeah, there's a process they have to go through, warning it, put the hearing in, and there's some legality that Julie would know better than we do.
I'm just, if we could just streamline it forward, it would be great for everybody. I feel I don't know what else.
Does any of the other
No,
members?
I think that's fine, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we have any
I don't
power
have-
over it.
Yeah.
I think you're
It's a
right.
reasonable request, I feel.
But, you know, I think.
Right,
I'm-
exactly,
I'm
and I
not
know there's-
opposing it, I guess
Right.
is my words, okay?
I didn't know the meeting tonight, so I came to the meeting and to see if you could talk to them and maybe we could streamline it quicker rather than just go into January and.
No, I think, speaking for the board, we're hoping that it goes very smoothly and quickly.
Yeah.
It's very much needed in town.
Yeah, so we'll make that if Linda could make that recommendation.
If it's possible for them to do it, then.
Yeah.
I
Julie
think
would
it'd be
know.
Great if they did it.
She might, they might be in the holidays, people could be out of town, there's all kinds of stuff, but Julie would know that.
I
We don't.
understand it, yeah, that's
We don't know.
exactly, but if we could meet any day, I think the engineer, then the developer would come any day, he said.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, she
We'll do
tell
what
that
we
to
can.
Julie.
I know, thank you, all right, appreciate that, okay, guys.
Yep, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for hearing me, okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Let's do the town, I'm gonna jump again to the town website proposal. This person is here.
Come over close so I can give it to you.
Too late, I already got it.
Got one grant today, and I don't know what it went to.
How you doing, Amy?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
No, we haven't got.
All right, Rich.
Still roller skating or?
Yes.
Are you?
Yeah, not here because it's a little chilly. And it actually, more than the chilly, it gets dark too early.
Yeah.
People to get out of work before it's dark, but we'll be back there in the spring. we'll probably come talk to you about maybe doing some work on it.
Great.
Super.
All right, website.
All right, I sent a proposal. Do you want me to kind of go over it? Is that what we're
Yeah.
talking about, putting some audio to this? Okay, so
Showed you how much we want.
yeah, as you gentlemen may or may not know, many years ago, more than a decade ago, I built Bennington.com in '99, and at that time when I was building government websites, I had put a proposal to Pownal, and it didn't really go anywhere. But now it's my understanding that there's some pressure to get information from the town online. So I did some research after our last meeting. It was suggested that we look into Comcast's hosting, since you already have an account with Comcast. And then what I could do about maybe getting something set up. So there's two pieces to that. So the hosting thing, I researched Comcast, and I had never used Comcast myself before for any of my clients. And they don't have a particularly good deal. I'll give you some statistics. So included in what you would have if you have Comcast Business and not knowing for sure what you have, I don't know that they offer anything else. Yeah, that comes, because I also have Comcast Business at home. It comes with one domain, 3 pages, and 10 megabytes of storage, which is about 5 pictures.
I was gonna say there's nothing there.
Yeah, and unlimited traffic. So I mean, it's kind of great if you have a little hotel here in town and you want to put some pictures up and publish your rates. Their next level of hosting with them is $19.95 a month, and it's still pretty terrible. It has 300 gigabytes of storage, and you have to use their site builder. So it's really not a particularly good deal. I have suggested a company that I work with. And if you hire me as a contractor, I'd recommend it because since I'm familiar with them, I'm less likely to take more time figuring something else out. That doesn't mean that if the town wants to go with some other hosting, I won't work with it. I'm completely open to something else you might find. I do recommend something bigger than a small provider in town. The smallest I'd consider would be somebody like SoverNet, at least at the state level. They're really managing large amounts of data. But Midphase is who I use. It's $7.95 a month if you buy 3 years at a time, or $10.95 a month if you pay 1 month at a time. And I'd rather not be billed through me. I would kind of hope the town would purchase the hosting, and that way, if you choose another contractor, you still just have everything. You don't have to have any messy separating with me or anything. I have suggested putting what's called a content management system on, which is a system which both allows us to organize the content, the stuff on the website, as well as allow different people to have access to different things. So the people who would be in charge of maybe putting tax data online, they could have access to that part and they could do their own work. If we got volunteers, I know you talked about maybe getting students to help with something. If we could get somebody to head a project of getting GIS information on, we could give them that part of the site. And I'd administer to the point of getting people to what they needed, make sure they were doing what they were doing, but I'd try to stay out of doing it. I'm not looking for lots of work myself, but I'm happy to help the town. I have 2 ideas in mind, either Joomla or Drupal, and I kind of have to get into them to see what's going to work best for you. When I do it, the Midphase hosting already includes those programs on their system, so I don't even have to install it. I just kind of basically have to turn a switch, and it'll be on. It'll be a little design to make it look nice. And I do a one-time $750 to set up that content management system with a design, organize some basic pages with town services information, a place to post meeting minutes, and a place to have ongoing government news and information included as part of that, as well as train whomever you would like to be involved or responsible for putting that information up for that price. I expect it to be about 60 days to get the first one up, and then another 60 days till we get everyone up to speed. And then after that, I would charge $29 an hour, 15-minute increments with a minimum of an hour charge a month if I did any work for the site, if you needed me to catch up content, or you needed me to make a new space or work with a volunteer.
Would that initial setup include like a directory?
Absolutely. I would totally consider that about basic town services information.
Okay.
When the dump is open, when the select board meets, who the elected officials are at any given time, which of course we'll have to update regularly. So I'll happily take a list of any information from people of what we think we should get on there. I know those are all the things I'd want. I often want to know when the dump's going to be open and want a place to go.
Yeah, I guess, and the thing that I would like is, and I don't know if it's basic town service or anything, but a link to like Vermont TV that has YouTube of our meetings.
Absolutely.
So if
Yes.
somebody wants to see something about one of our minutes, they
Yep.
want to actually see the meeting, they can
Go
link
look at-
over and do
At the
their.
archive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I also had a little piece in here about domain names. I'm pretty sure you can get town.pownal.state.vt.us at no charge, because I know that I got that. I got town.bennington for Bennington. They don't ever use it in any marketing materials. If you want to purchase a domain name, that's another thing, but it's usually less than $20 a year. I don't know if you care about the details, those little bits of details, but that is also an annual expense. I can do it, or we can just set you up with Network Solutions, which would probably be best for you to directly do that.
I don't know, usually when it comes to domain names, Pownal.com.
That is not available.
I know,
I pretty much know. And the other thing is today,
Shorter
I
is
don't know
better.
how important a domain name is. Everyone uses Google first anyway, and then they tend to bookmark things. So, and I could totally expect Bill Botso to add Pownal's link at the bottom of his email anyway, on a regular basis, where you could use sources like that, so people wouldn't have to remember what to write. And it's not like we're going to put a radio ad out and tell people where the website is, or even run a news. We'll put it in the paper probably, and
Right.
then people. I might write it well enough so people will find it by Google.
And that's the key.
Great. Exciting.
That's great. It's certainly better than what we have now currently.
Which is this much
Right.
website.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
there are
you figured that
privately-
out, huh, Rich?
There are privately owned things, but I also think it's really important for the citizens to control their information and make it accessible to everybody without limits. Not everybody can publish on the bulletin board because it's so privately owned and stuff.
And we've needed this for a while for some of the stuff
Definitely.
that's going on. So, okay, does the board wish to take action on this tonight, or would you like to table it and take action at your next meeting? And you can absorb a little more of it, or,
Well, I'm gonna make a motion because I know since I've been on the board, we've been kicking this around for 2 years, and
been at least
I-
5 for
I-
me.
I think it's the time, so I'm gonna make the motion, we go ahead with
second it.
Okay,
Amy and go forward with
Okay,
this.
thank you.
okay, any further discussion on the motion that's in front of us? Okay, Linda, you'll be contributing to some of this, you see, I assume you've already seen this, you see any issues or anything from the town point of view with the workers? Okay, okay, good, I just want to make sure that we understand that. All those in favor say aye?
Aye.
Aye. Ronnie can't hear too good tonight. so I'm gonna
He
say
said,
aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's very good.
So don't I, Red. Like,
Yeah, you put together some sort of a contract for us and we'll sign it.
yes, I can do that.
Thank you.
It will be contracted with me personally.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, thanks. Okay, I noticed there was a special meeting minutes that also were here, and we approved the regular meeting minutes, and I'd like to move to step back to our minutes. This was our special meeting that was held on Tuesday, December 2nd.
I thought you guys just kind of combined.
I thought
so
they were
that's
both
how
of
I
them.
wrote them.
Well, I didn't say that though on the air.
Oh,
so
okay, go ahead.
I-
All right, okay. yeah.
So if I can get a motion to approve the special meeting,
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. That one, Rich hadn't signed it, I threw back down.
Oh, I didn't sign that? No, I did.
You're up there twice. So your
Signed
name
in
is
the
up
wrong
here.
spot.
Your name is here.
Yeah, so you want me to sign
You-
it twice?
You are double, you know,
Just give me
double
the
duty or
thing.
whatever.
Okay, the other thing before we go into the RFPs is,
Can't win.
we're getting close to where the budget has to be, started to be processed. I would like the board to start, having our treasurer put together our information that we need, and Linda, so we can start looking at where we are and what our expenses were last year, and then look at what we need to do this year and start thinking about that. Linda will be putting together things soon and sending out to the various groups to make sure they get in their request.
Yeah, they're actually leaving tomorrow.
Good. So we need to start getting our budget hat on, I guess is what I'm saying, so we all know where we're headed and so forth. Okay? Just to get
So
us.
we're expected, we're looking at January, you said, for budget work?
Yeah, we might get some information by the end of the month, but I doubt that. I just want us to start looking, if Linda, if a treasurer prints out the budget for us where things stand today, it'll give us an idea almost where 6 months of what we spent, because she won't print it out until the next week anyway. Say by the 18th, we get something, a list. That'd be a good time to go look at it. We'll know where we are, and then starting January, we can see what it costs us for 6 months, what we've already spent the year before.
Okay.
And then we'll get our worksheets in January and start doing it. Okay? Just because of the monies that we've spent over this last year, I want something to start gelling.
See where we are.
Okay, next thing we have is the American Legion RFP. I see we have a stack of them there in front of us. And what'd we get, 3 or 2?
Companies.
3 companies. We can all try to look through these things tonight, or we could all take our individual packets, look through them, and then address this at another meeting.
It's a lot of information.
To go through here and then make a decision tonight, because I was trying to, some of them put their quotes in one place, some put them in another, so that's what I was trying to find when I was looking through it, and it's gonna take a little while to really to gel what those things are.
I just collected them right up until 5 o'clock, and I just opened the package. I didn't have a chance to even look at anything myself either, so,
But I'm glad you're here, Jim, because one of the questions we had when we sent the RFP out is this here's gonna cost the town some money and expense to go through the process. And when we put the RFP out, it was for the whole building, not just part of the Legion. And we wanted to make sure that the Legion was 100% behind us using that facility if it was so chosen.
How many was there, 2?
Have you heard any more?
2,
There's
right?
3, there's one in the Brown book too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, are y'all listening?
Yeah, we're listening. We got 'em.
All right, because what I'm trying to do is make sure that the Legion is 100% behind what we're doing, and that they're willing to, if this works out, that when we put it up to bid, when we put up, if we do this and then put it up for vote, in comparison, I want to make sure that whatever the people are voting for, that it's 100% sure that it would go forward, whichever one they choose. Okay, so.
But the Legion,
Legion is 100% in favor of helping the town.
okay.
As of last night's meeting.
Super. That's what we needed to hear.
Great, and, do we need something in writing? No, I'm not asking Jim, I'm asking this board, do we need something in writing from the
The
Legion?
Legion, can we get something?
Well, I think we should have a proposal sometime, don't you?
Well, I just
Well,
to
okay.
say
I
that
mean,
they're,
I have records of a vote of 32 people, 28 for and 4 against.
uh-huh.
Having conversation with you. to move
The
forward.
only reason I'm saying this is
You
to
got
have-
minutes of your meeting?
to have the question that you posed to Jim, is it okay for the town to pursue this? Because again, we don't want to spend a lot of money
No, we don't.
and, for not. And just for public record, I'm wondering, should we have this in a letter form for public record? That's my only point.
Can you have something to us by the 18th? Because I would like to put this for us to go on in the 18th,
Okay.
if we could.
Yep.
Put it on the agenda.
Yep.
That gives us a whole week or more to look at this. And, I can build a little metrics and see what's going on for who's doing what. And then we can discuss it versus trying to rush through it. And if you can have a letter to us by then we can make a decision that night.
That
based
sounds
on-
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Digest this. These are all here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any names of these folks?
I can give you the names. I can't give you any
Okay,
other
names
information.
would be nice. Well,
You want to
Black-
read off the names? There's 3 of them, right?
Sure, there's Black River Design Architects, which are out of Montpelier, Vermont. Then there is Hill Engineer Architects and Planners
Out of the
out
names.
of Dalton, Adams, Massachusetts. And then there's Architectural and Engineering Services from the Austin Design Incorporated. They are out of Coleraine, Massachusetts.
There was no locals, that's what I was.
No. No.
No.
No.
Okay?
Okay.
I'll just leave this for you though.
Oh, yeah, I wanna make a copy of that. Thank you.
Thank you,
very
Jim.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Do you have a copy of all three, Ronnie?
You,
Whatever you decide, I'll go along with. How's that?
There's two.
Guy that signs his name twice on the thing. Huh?
Well,
What's that, Rich number 1 and Rich 2?
I had two spaces, so I want to make it
Just
legal.
curious.
I thought I was the one with the larger earth.
Well.
Take up 2 spaces.
There you go. I got to consider the source.
Okay.
That's all right.
Anything else before us, guys?
What about the
Point to
BCR?
BC.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Point.
Did I even, was that on here? BCRC. Basically, Megan Randall has asked us to appoint her to the Bennington County Regional Commission. She attended the meeting this week to do with the waste. She's met with Jim Sullivan and talked with him, and she's read what the information is, and she finds it interesting and would like to be our member.
Make a motion, we accept her on board for the BCRC as our delegate.
second it.
Okay? Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Could you let her know that we've appointed her, and then she can touch base with Jim for when the meetings are? Could you also copy her Walt's report, so and put a little note on it that this is the type report we get from Walt, who's our member? That way we can look for something when whatever group she ends up in. Okay, anything else?
Can I just bring up one thing, only because you mentioned Walter? Walter was in earlier today, and due to the fact that we have a townwide power outage, he was unable to have a place for shelter to be warm. He had been to the hospital and was sent home from the hospital, and when he got home, of course, the power was still out. What is the protocol for
In an emergency like that,
emergency? I mean, do they go to the fire station?
Well-
Do you open up the school? What happens to help keep people warm?
well, we have an emergency coordinator that I would say to contact. The problem we had right now is that I think during that outage, 911 wasn't working either. If you read the paper today,
I think that was a different situation.
different time.
That was a different situation, I think the day before, a couple days before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, because he could call there for service, and I assume they would have agencies or something that would
I believe
contact.
there's a plan in place by emergency management coordinator for the school.
Yeah,
School.
but I would
Well, that is-
I would have
that
contacted
is-
him though.
Any emergency.
That is,
That, that's why there's, generator over there. That's why there's maintenance on it.
There's
That's why there-
flooding, major snowstorms,
Yes,
all
there
kinds
is.
of.
What does
so-
a person have to do if you're Walter or you're another
Contact
elderly
Mike,
person?
I would say, Mike George. He's our emergency coordinator. He has a program in place.
Yeah, but I think what Linda's trying to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, or jump in or stop me, is you guys are talking about snowstorms, floods, etc., where there might be 50 people involved. Here we're talking about an individual. Am I correct?
Or maybe
Or-
a couple of more
or
elderly.
Maybe 4 or 5 people, a small number. I'm sure that, well, I'm not sure, but I don't think the school is going to open its doors for 1 or 2 people. I don't know. I'm not the emergency coordinator, but I think we're talking different things here. I think
Different
we're talking
levels?
about an individual, a family, that during a power outage, or, whatever the case may be, that needs a warm place to stay, something similar to a shelter, if I'm not
And
mistaken.
that's Red Cross.
Okay, but I just wanted to clarify that. I think
Yeah.
we're talking different things.
Yeah, apples and
Well,
oranges
I think
versus
the whole
apples.
town's out. We did have a sort of an emergency.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was during the time when we all were
I mean, I
without
think
power.
that's what she was talking
problem.
about. I mean, okay. Now, if it is an individual, I guess,
Red Cross comes down
I
and
am
helps.
sure that if you call 911,
Or the Red Cross.
right? Well, I think if you call 911,
They'll put them in base.
they'll-
it's been an issue in the past. It's been a few years, been probably 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure where it went from there, but I believe it ultimately was handled by the emergency management coordinator.
Yeah, he'll contact the Red, he has Red
Yeah.
Cross contacts.
We have a
he has
program in place, I believe.
We do.
Pretty sure.
That's it. He'll contact the Red Cross. He can manage all that.
I mean, I don't know what you're gonna call, you know, everybody's gonna call emergency something different, you know, I agree with that, so, I mean, whether
There's
it's
a lot of
one,
different
you know,
situations, too.
You know, are you
Well,
gonna
there's
say,
certain-
well, let him, preach to death because he's one?
Right.
Or you're gonna say, hey,
Right.
listen, that's an emergency, I would say that was an emergency, right?
Well,
So-
again, not having our emergency
One or a
coordinator here, he might be able to tell us what's going on.
Yeah.
Because there could be family emergencies, there could be Red
Right.
Cross emergencies, there's lots of things. But I think what Linda's asking, who's the contact person when that occurs? And I would say it's the emergency coordinator that says if there's an emergency, he must have a list, and he'll either tell them, call this person.
No.
Okay.
No?
I mean, it's just good for me to know,
Sure.
because I work with the community, and, you know, I wasn't able to answer it, but I assumed that it would be the emergency management coordinator.
Yep.
So then the individual would need to call him at home, or how.
Yeah, if they
whatever,
call me,
and-
that's what I would tell them. I would tell them to call the emergency coordinator. I'd look up what the number is in our report and have them contact him and go from there. Now, I might follow up the call too at the same time to Mike and say, you know, maybe it's the Red Cross, maybe it's whoever. But
Well, I think Nelson, I think our answer to that at the moment is let's get a hold of the coordinator, which is George, right?
yeah, Mike.
Mike George,
George.
okay. And, let's find out exactly how we,
How you,
what
how
we
you
should
would
be saying.
handle that.
Yeah, how he would handle it.
That's right.
Yeah, he can,
Okay.
he
How
can
we
cut-
should handle it,
Yeah.
town,
Let's invite him to a meeting,
yeah, please.
put him on the agenda.
Yeah, because there's the one case, one individual to the blown out flood of 2 trailer parks,
Sure.
Right.
which we've had before.
Sure.
Right.
It's much big difference. Or the major snowstorm in '87 when half the
Right.
town was out.
Right.
There's different
Okay.
levels.
Would you believe that I wasn't?
You weren't out power this time?
No, because I'm on Bennington. I'm right on the line.
I was out, I'll tell you that.
I mean, we were fortunate. It didn't get that cold during the night.
Yeah.
We were
10,
lucky.
okay.
10 to 5, man.
Seriously.
It was a long time.
Right.
Yeah, and it was kind of a strange storm, you know, because you take up, you know, in our business up there. I mean, all of our farms, we all got the tractors out, we filled them with fuel. We had all of our generators ready to roll, and our power stayed.
Because you were prepared.
I guess that was probably the reason. But all I'm saying is,
Well, it was a nasty outage in the beginning because it kept
But the
going on
wind
and
did-
off, on and off, on and off, and
but
that's
boy, I'll
not
tell
good for
you,
your
the wind did
equipment.
blow.
No.
I don't know why ours didn't blow, but we were lucky.
Okay, anything else? Take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second it?
All those in favor say aye.
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 You'll contact Mike. Thanks.